Reno. 7/10 for Reno. He goes back to the top spot. 42.515 on the right. Parker would have gained about 4/10 on the left, but +1. 42.233 +1 for Parker. So that is going to be no help for him. Would have, I think even if he was clean, Reno takes about a 2/10 lead in street front wheel drive. It might have helped Parker if he was trying to get into the super challenge. We'll have to see how that shakes out later. Mike McShane slows down by half a second, so no help, and Robert Browning picks up half a second. Browning now in the third and final trophy spot. Browning picks up all kinds of time this morning, 42.310. I think he dropped 2 seconds from where he was at after yesterday's runs. So 65.9 total time for Browning. Yeah, he did. He picked up a bunch of time. McShane gets bumped out of the trophies as Browning picks up time. Anderson in front of the lead. With a 7.72 pickup with a 44.4 on the right. David Anderson with a 44.0 on the left.
Morning! Where are you? There you are.
413 red lights. We go home again. Santani and Borg are out on course. Borg now has had the lead margin trimmed to 2/10. So can he
Get him.
Just put back in place. So Gary could be okay here. Blom had 2 cones on the red light run. So Santani needs 2/10. Lane Borg is +3. Santani picks up 184. Oh my goodness. Borg is still going to take the win in B Street by 17 thousandths. Even though Borg honed up the whole course on the right, Gary didn't quite get enough. He did improve by 0.178. Just not quite enough. 40.411 for Jerry. That is a scant margin in B Street. I'm pretty sure 17 thousandths is probably going to be enough to get in the challenge. So very, very close competition in B Street, but it looks like it's going to go to Lane Borg. Chris Lowe comes through. Club class action getting going here. As well as SSM. So it is Chad Langley. Chad slows down by a little bit with a 40.3. Strelnick's about a second slower on that 492 red light, 39.1 on the left. John Lawrence, Georgina Hopwood next to finish in SSM. Watkins apparently rolled out of the safe beam, so he's not going to get any help here. Georgina Hopwood comes through with a 45.1 on her fastest run on the left by 7/10, and John Lawrence gets a clean run on the right and a 46.9. So he now has a good clean run on the right, struggle a little bit on the left side. Paul Brown, 464 red line on the right. I think he's holding on to his margin and taking it to the super challenge with him. Thomas Watkins with a 39.9 on the left, but that was a did not stage. Corey Berger slows down on the right with a 40.9. Street.
Getting it done, man.
Low 42 is a pretty good time for 6th Street. So maybe he can take
Better than where you were.
If he can get some good time on the right. Strelnick comes through, slows down by 4/10, 4:38, 5:38, 5:81 reaction time. Chad Langley did not stage, so this 39.5, which was Corey Berger missed it by 1,000. 499 red light. 499 red light. I just don't believe we have a perfect reaction time yet this weekend, so Corey trying to get that free entry and misses out by 1,000th of a second. John Lawrence slows down by 1.1 on the left. Georgina Hopwood slows down by 4/10 plus a car on the right. So 45.2 on the left for Lawrence, 45.9 on the right for Hopwood. As well, Paul Brown barely red lit that time. Corey Berger 499, Paul Brown 498. Berger 39.789 would have been slower by 2/10 anyway. Thomas Watkins also slower on the right with a 40.726. Top of bump class, struggling to gain any time. Levitt's now only 2/10 of a second behind Paul Brown. Paul Brown's lead has been trimmed to 2.5 tenths as Levitt's goes 41.8 on the right side course. If he can get in the mid-41s on the left, he can take the fight back. And perhaps Paul Brown might need to find some time. So Eric Strelnick slows down on the left with a 38.5, slows down by 3/10. Langley on the right slows down by about 8 with a 39.860. So again, Chris Levis, if he can find that kind of time game on the left side, he can potentially spoil Full Mount Party. Georgina Hopwood cleans up a bunch of time on the left, 44.768. Paul Brown did not red light this time. I think he knows he might need to go get that time on course. 44.618 on the left for Hopwood, 44.974 on the right for Lawrence. Good pickup for both of them. Thomas Watkins slows down by 7/10 on the left. Corey Berger slows down by 5/10 on the right. So your leaders in bump struggling to find time. Watkins and Berger still leading the way, but Dave Ogburn is still yet to come. Chris Levitt's now your leader in C Street by 66 thousandths of a second, getting it done in his last two runs of the course, making a second and taking the lead in C Street. Your unofficial winner, based on what I'm seeing on the screen here, Chris Levitt's doing it on his last two runs of the event. Caitlin Johnson, 44.4 on the right side. So I believe that's a